delight to have our first guest of IFA Part 2 on the program to help us kind of set the stage. Of course, you didn't miss any of last week's 3 hours from IFA, but if you did, it's all available for you at intotomorrow.com, our brand new website that we're launching, of course, with IFA. Because it's such a big show, such a global show, we thought even though the intotomorrow.com has been around almost 20 years, we better launch a brand new site to bring you all the IFA news. And there's videos of all of the radio interviews, video snacks from all over the show floor, breaking news items as well. We'll talk about that with our next guest, too, in just a moment. But a lot of excitement here at IFA this year. Our first guest in this hour to kick off the program for the next 3 hours is the senior executive manager. And he's not really that senior. He's not that old. He's a young guy. From IFA is Dirk Koslowski. Always a delight to have you with us. Thanks for putting up with me introducing you.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I'm quite happy that you're not stating that I'm not serious. That manager.
Yeah, that's true.
Serious, that senior.
You're not that senior. I mean, you're not more than like 80 or something, are you?
That's right. That's right. I didn't start and kicked off the very first edition of IFA, but yeah,
but you've been here almost that long.
That's for sure. But I'm also quite interested to figure out how you've been with IFA since 13 years,
even though our
13th edition. So that's it doesn't really fit, but
yeah.
I think we
have
to discuss afterwards.
We do, yes. We did an on-air riddle since
Lovely.
Our first IFA was 14 years ago, but this is our 13th year, and we haven't missed an IFA.
Okay.
And that confused a lot of people, but we gave away prizes to some folks who were the first to say, I know, I pay attention. Okay. 14 years ago, you were still only doing the show every other year.
Yeah.
And so we
biannual,
then,
yes.
That's right, biannual. Yes. And we skipped the next year. Well, we didn't, you did. And therefore, we weren't here. And then you went to an annual show, and we've been here ever since.
And now we confused everyone. Thank you.
We have.
Lovely.
And people
Let's get back to IFA.
Exactly. And people say, well, but that goes to show the richness in tech history that is IFA since 1924. And Albert Einstein being one of the first keynoters here in the early years, it really is a show that is rich in tech history and has grown from what was basically the German radio show to now IFA. And we don't even need to say anymore that it used to stand for see if I have this right, the Internationale Funkausstellung. Close?
Perfect.
Perfect.
It's not
good.
Close, it's perfect.
So I've been practicing all these years, my German. 9 and 10 and 11. I can say some of those words too. The point is that now you don't need to say anything about it being international. It is. It is global. IFA is the show to come to. We talked about the world's largest consumer electronics and appliance show, because many of your exhibitors had been wanting to introduce their appliances all along, in addition, alongside to their consumer electronics. And you've done that the last several years.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm in charge for IFA since 2005. So it's my 10th edition this year.
Wow, very good.
Yeah, I know.
So we're veterans. You're a newbie.
Absolutely. I'm a junior. So, but it's,
You've seen that growth in those 10 years, not only in all kinds of technology products, but certainly in the sector of the connected home and making appliances more energy efficient and helping us to be more productive.
Yeah, absolutely. As we started in 2006 with the first annual show, it was, first of all, much smaller. Yes, we just covered approximately 80 to 90,000 square meters net. So in compared to 150,000 this year's edition, it's a huge step. And as you can imagine, and as you witnessed during 2005 and 2000 in the long run to 2008 with the integration of the home appliance section, it was another huge step in terms of globalization, this kind of very show.
And certainly adding to exhibitors and attendees. I mean, it's a very busy show.
Absolutely. New topics found to IFA. So it's not just about the TV entertainment section. It's not all about audio or, let's say, the IT technology, mobility. No, it's right now, including drones, wearables, smart gadgets. Smart home is a buzzword. So, and that's what IFA stands for, because we are the one and only show really which can explain in front of the consumers why it makes sense to talk right now about smart home activities, because we are showing the connection in between home devices and the telecommunication as the steering device.
Sure, we're hearing a lot here at IFA about IoT, or the Internet of Things, and that works more in the home than I think anywhere else, because more and more connected devices. hopefully to make our lives easier, to save energy, to be more productive. To let us know when the toast is done, send us a text. I mean, we use that as an odd example, but we're really coming to that, and why not? I mean, if there's some notification or that it then sets the toast to start to make at the whatever hour the coffee pot has gone on or something, so that the things are connected and your life is much easier, and that makes so much more sense. And let's talk about the fact that the show continues to grow, and you did mention that in terms of overall size. You've got to be very pleased with IFA again this year.
Yeah, and indeed, we saw a huge number of exhibitors this year. We're having more than 1,600 exhibitors on the exhibition side, so it's the biggest show exhibitor-wise as well. We integrated also a huge area for startup companies. That's a quite new step. It's a launch pad really for new ideas, for new philosophies, and we're trying to put together them with business angels to leverage their performance, and that's really something IFA stands for. Yeah.
In fact, every time we've been through those areas around the show floor, it's like, 30 different halls, but it's all self-contained, unlike Vegas, where you have to go all over the city to see a show. But here, it's all self-contained once you're on the fairgrounds. But that area is exciting because people are networking and people are learning about various new things where they might be able to work together, and everybody makes some money, and the consumer benefits in the long run with great new products. So kudos to you guys for doing that. But before we're out of time and we make room for 3 hours of your exhibitors, more of your exhibitors again this week, the new Consumer Electronics Show in China as part of an IFA global event coming up.
Yeah, that's right. We are in the planning process, in the final plannings, let's put it that way, to start a new show mid of April in China. And we're thinking, from our point of view, it makes good sense because it's a show. It will be a show for the Chinese retailers, the Chinese retail landscape, and we would like to bring all the global brands into that show, and that's what IFA stands for as well.
Yeah,
high quality, good products for the Chinese market.
And it's not just another show where Chinese people are showing their products. Been there, done that. This is because now the Chinese consumer is saying, we want more stuff from around the world. That's awesome. And that'll be CE China, an IFA global event taking place in April. So we'll be, of course, reporting on that, and you can visit IFA-Berlin.com for more information. Of course, they'll have more details there for you as well, and we'll link you to Dirk's site and all of our guests, of course, here at IFA. Thanks for kicking off this week's broadcast, and now we'll make way to talk with so many more of your exhibitors from the show floor here in Berlin.
Thank you, Dave.
I know. Poor guy, you're tired. As if now it's like, then the big announcement was, and we're doing a show in China. And you can see the staff going, yay! But they know what they're doing, and they make it work. So you want to stay tuned for that, because rumor has it, especially from Dirk, saying already get your visa, get your next Chinese visa, because we're going to be reporting from that show as well, because there will be lots to talk about and lots to show and tell at the new CE China and IFA event. You don't want to miss that. IntoTomorrow.com for all of our show, and don't miss all the videos, the cool stuff that we're showing here from IFA in Berlin. I'm Dave Graveline. This is Into Tomorrow on the Advanced Media Network.